Welcome back to the channel. We had just wrapped up playing some 911 Simulator. Since Prison Architect 2 launches in May, I figured we would jump into some Prison Architect. I have not played a playthrough of this game in so long, so we're just going to go ahead and start a new prison. We're going to do a male prison. We're going to go with future uniforms. For the warden, we are going to go with Dylan Cook. Because Dylan Cook, this gentleman will smooth talk anyone. He will manage to get the best prices for our prison. And he believes in coupons. So if he can use us a coupon to get us some sweet deals, by all means, we're going to do it. And also, food costs are lowered by 25%. Programs that require external teachers cost 20% less. Now for the dogs, I don't know which one I want to use. So we're just going to go with all dogs. And then now for our world size, I had been thinking about this. I was going to plan on doing a medium world, but that makes it so hard to expand because we have to research it to get it. So I don't want to limit us. So I'm going to go with a large world size. And just because I went with a large size don't mean we have to use it all, but it gives us room to expand the prison. And I'm going to up our starting funds to 50,000. I'm going to leave plot type to default. I'm going to leave weather and intensity to disabled. Gangs, we're actually going to be playing with a gangs DLC. So we are going to leave that disabled on here. The dynamic reputations, that will be changed in our, well, what is dynamic reputations? Prisoners have the chance to gain or lose unique reputation traits during their time at the prison based on the activities and experience inside. Low prisoners, starting with dynamic reputation, is extremely low and are gained at a slower rate. The number of legacy prisoners is greatly reduced. In medium prisoners starting, we're going to leave that disabled. So, Fog of War, it is just easier to play with that off for recording standpoint so you all can see everything. Now, we may make a super max prison in another series, depending on how well this does. So we may get into that. I do want failure conditions on, because if we fail, then we are just going to have to reevaluate our choices to make it better. We are going to generate forest on. We're going to leave buildings, lakes off. We may do another series where we play in warding mode. I do want advance on. Now, I had been contemplating doing temperatures, because with that you have to make sure it is temperature controlled for the inmates. That would make it more realistic if we had to worry about temperatures, but I think just for this first playthrough, we're going to play through with it off. Now, if this blows up and we do good guys, I may turn on everything and we do a playthrough just as hard as we can. On this, I do want to have staff needs on as well. Escape plans, we're going to leave that off for now. I'm not using any cheats or anything. Now let's pop over here to DLC settings. The DLCs that I'm going to be playing with myself is Prisoner Aging. We are going to put the gangs on low. Gang reputations, we're just going to leave everything to the default as it comes. And we are going to do clear for transfers. Because if we have supermax prisoners, let's say they're good, we can transfer them down. They act up straight to the hole is where you will go. Not okay. Make sure everything's still checked the way I wanted it. Free for life is on. Gangs are on. Cleared for transfer is on. Staff needs. So let's go ahead and hit play. And let's get into it. So as soon as it comes up, I pause the game. Because we are going to do some planning. Now guys, I may not be the best at this. I haven't played in forever. But the way that I always used to do is come one out from either side and just put a wall, because this eventually will be our perimeter wall, regardless whether we fill the space or not. Just leave it at 1 by 1. So now that will be a wall. Now on the inside, we're going to go with the fence. So I'm thinking we leave a gap of 6 in between. So that should be a gap of 6 there. And we should also have a gap of 6 here. Nope, we need to come up 1. So 6, good. 6, great. And we are just going to run this all the way over from one side to the other side. That should leave gap of 6. Oh, that's actually going to leave 7. So gap of 6, good. Start from here. We're going to go all the way up. Here. Let's see if I can get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's too much. I can already tell you that. Yep. So now that has 6. Fantastic. See if we can eyeball it from our other one. Nope, it's going to be too far to see. So this is just going to get us our perimeter fencing done. I know that's going to be not enough. And I completely messed that up. Let me take that off because it double fenced a lot of stuff. While I'm over here, just let me check to make sure it's 6. Yes, it is. This is going to help from contraband. It's going to help us from keeping contraband out, but then again, guys, they still may end up getting it in, and if they do, we will deal with it. We have to. This is going to make it interesting, especially with the gangs DLC, because I have never played with gangs, turn gangs on. So guys, this is going to be intense. So this is going to be a fence slash another wall. Now let's see. Let's find the middle of our world here so we can just find a starting point. Because I like to keep a centralized starting point on the map. So let's see what we got. So with walls, we should be working with a length of, should be 167, I think, or 70-ish. So we got 172. Now it may not come out symmetrical, but it might. So we're going to go down to 86, should be half of that. And I know I just took off part of my fence, but that is okay. So we should have 86 on either side of the wall here. We got 86 there. And from here to this other fence should be, yes, 86 and 86, good deal. Gonna half the map like this, just so I can know exactly where the center's at here. Now, if everything lined up correctly this way, we did it correctly, we should have 86 on each side here, too. There we do. From inside to inside, 80, that will be 86 as well, so yes. We have the center there. Now let's see what we're working with here. So that's going to be 144. So that should be 72. So let's go up to 72. And this should be our middle point there. So let's see, make sure we got 72 on each side of that. We got 72 on that side. And on this side, 70. Well, I'm gonna go from, actually from wall to wall. It will be, yes, that is actually symmetrical. So that is good. So we're going to leave a walkway here, because I do want to do like a corridor into the prison here. So we're going to leave a gap of about 4 on the inside. So this is going to be the entrance to the prison. Now guys, we have got to give this prison a unique name. So I need your all's help deciding what we should name the prison. So we're just going to open that up there. Give this like a little entry way almost to the prison. Now, we need to get a central point started. So eventually, I want to have where in the center of the world, I don't know if we want to put a big yard or one main centralized dining room. So let's just go ahead and plan out our little corridor here. Let's take it out 38 from each side. There. Let's just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. So we should have a 4x4 on the inside. Yep, should give us a 4x4 walkway. It does, good deal. Okay. So the first thing we need to plan out is to see what we want to do from our standpoint of... I lost my train of thought. From our standpoint. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get these trees in this sector here to be dismantled and removed. So we need to see what we want to do for power. Do we want to go green? I think, guys, we want to make this a green futuristic prison. That's the way that I'm leaning. Let me know in the comments what you all think. But I'm thinking we go green. Now for the planning, let's see here. We need to make our office area and a staff lounge. So, but before we do that, I want to get a good reception area. So we may, in a decent size reception, because this is going to be the first area that inmates come to when they arrive at the facility. So let's see what we got here. So I took that back by 3. That should make that symmetrical in a sense. So we should have a 6 on this side, 6 on that side, and then from wall to wall we should have 9. So yeah, honestly, this feels like a small reception area compared to what it should be. Because if we're going to usher in just down to a 2-door standpoint, because that's a 4-way hallway, but we cannot have a 4-way door on here. So we're going to go with a large door here, and I kind of just made that as a placeholder, so we will technically be center of those. So we may end up, honestly, placing some metal detectors here in the future. So we could do double metal detectors there. So once you're coming into the prison, anything you've got on you, there's going to be a jail door here that's got to be opened. So I'm thinking we should expand reception at least to a, let's do a 15 by, let's take it up to 15. Because I'm just playing this off the top of my head. I have not planned any of this out. This is just, you all are seeing it real time. So we're going to go with a 15 here. Now it's going to leave an odd shape. Well, that's actually looking pretty good. This will give us a good reception area / lobby for visitors when they arrive on site. And then we will have do the metal detector door style right there. Now I know I usually, for this to be a lobby, let's see here. Thinking about where we want to put storage, our storage area. Because we want it somewhere close to where the deliveries are going to be dropped off at. So we may remove a section of fence here. Make this our, honestly, that's a good little section. That is wall and all. That could be a 10 by 18. That's honestly 10 up by 18 deep. I think I'm going to mimic that design here on the other side. So come out from the wall, we need to come out a total of 19. I just want to mimic that because I like that design. So we're going to come out a total of 19. right there on that side. And we are just going to bring it to the road. Open this whole area up right there. Well, we still came back one from the road. And we would just open that up right there. Well, it's not looking as cool as it did on this side. But anyway, that's kind of the plan that we're going to go with. Deliveries. We're going to have deliveries dropped over here. And where we'll do our trash over here. So let's actually go ahead and let's get that taken care of. So let's put our deliveries where, let's do this whole zone right here for deliveries. And then garbage, we will make this area right here for garbage. And then again, we might be switching that up and putting garbage up here, deliveries down here, but for now, that's what we're going with. Failed. Minimum size of 1x3. I should clear up when I hit play, and it did, like I thought it would. So honestly, I'm liking the start of this. So this is definitely going to be reception. So let's go ahead and get a, let's see what options that we have on this. We could do a white wall, but it's got to be a foundation. So we need, these are just walls. Ooh, that is a barred wall. That looks pretty cool, but we got to do the foundation. So let's just go with brick, because this is the main area that we're going to see. So we're going to go with brick there. And we're going to go, I know we're going with a futuristic prison, so we want all the doors in this prison to be high security. So I don't know what kind of doors I want to go with just yet. There's so many choices. But before we get there, let's continue planning a little bit. So, the only other things I'd like to get accomplished so far in this episode is going to be planning out our admin building and storage. So we would have to have, we also need a holding cell, but I think the holding cell I want to come off of reception in a way. But then again, we may save that space for our admin building coming off of reception. Just have an admin building coming back here in the back. So with this little area right here behind garbage, we could honestly, well, that's a decent, we could make that, not sure what we're going to fill in there just yet. But I know 100% guys that storage, I want storage to be somewhere relatively close to the delivery zone. But let's go ahead and get our holding cell area built. Now I do know they got some quick builds here in this area. They do got a holding cell, and their holding cell is only a 7x12. I mean, we could have a block. We could have a holding cell area that is just, honestly, that is a great idea. Let's do planning. We could have a row. We could have about 4 to 5 holding cells in an area and like a block by themselves, and have each type of inmate go to a different holding cell. I'm going to go ahead and get that planned out real quick, and let me know what you guys think about that in the comments actually. So I think off of this building down on the south side here, We are going to make this just a staff area slash office area, and I'm going to kind of use this as a guideline. Let's just bring it up by 15 and make it meet right here. And we're going to use this template for offices. Now offices require a 4x4 on the inside. So to give them a 4x4, we got to at least have a 6x6. Yep, so that's 4. That's actually a little bigger than it needs to be, so we could come right there, delete that wall, and that's a 4x4. So that could be a small office. That's all they technically need. We're going to give the warden a big office, so they need to be a 6x6. A warden is going to have a big office. There's 2 offices. I'm going to at least see how many offices we can get over here. So we got 3. 3 offices. I would at least like to try to get in 4, just in case we need it, or one could be like a cleaning cupboard for janitors or something like that. So we're going to expand this out. That means all of this would be expanded, which is okay. So there's our 4 offices. Give a walkway of 2 here, and let's make I feel like this is sufficient for a warden's office. He gets the big office, and we'll use this area as like a staff lounge area. So we'll say entrance to office here. I don't like that. Let's do that there. Place a wall here. We'll just remove a section of wall here and here. So we want the people to know that, hey, the warden has an open door policy. Come in and chat. So warden, he's going to have an extra double door. He's going to be like, come on in, chat with me. So this is what we're going to do here. So this is going to be our admin building to start with, and our staff lounge, because I feel like that's a good use for it. To make it feel like, hey, the administration really wants to hear from y'all, come in, chill. Now, as a prison grows, we're going to have so many more areas. I know we do not have much accomplished in this, just because I want to make sure that we can get this prison where you can run as smooth as possible. Now, this may be a little bit longer episode. I do just want to get a little bit more planning done. Now, as far as this goes, we may kind of stick with the same layout, honestly. On this side, how far did we come out for that? We went out a total of 27. So let me see what that looks like. Ooh. Let me see what a total of 27 looks like over here. 27 right there looks good. And from the end, it was 15 total. That's going to be 16, so that's okay. So this may end up being an area that we come in and we just make different holding cells. But the only thing is, it's just odd shaped. Now if we could push it back to here, but that would make that deliveries zone very big. So we may end up putting deliveries on this side. Well, no, you'd want to drop off, come through, pick up garbage. So exports for now. I know we're going to need an export area. So exports for now, I'm just going to put exports back here for now. Doesn't mean it'll stay there forever, but for now it will. So guys, I really liked the thought of just plopping down a couple of these in an area, making it maybe attached to that building right there, putting down, we don't want to double wall it, we want them to share a wall, and this will be the only time that they are really together. Let's go ahead and place that down there, actually. Well, let's do a 2 by, so it's not so crowded. Let's do a 3 walkway here in the middle, and let's just let them share. Another wall here. Well, it's going to make it a little awkward because there's going to be a gap like here in the middle. So we may get rid of that altogether. Go back to our planning feature. Go to walls. So honestly, that will be double walled. So we're going to leave a 3 by 3 gap. We may end up doing it like this. That's kind of how I'm thinking. We just freestyle that one. Yeah, I know they're not symmetrical. We'll have a Sajil door here. So as soon as they're processed, they walk out a little bit here into that area. And honestly, what we could do here, we could shrink that down, put us a metal detector right there, and this be like a Sally port. Guys, I think this is where we're going to end this episode for now. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, any improvements or anything that you all think I could do. And next episode, we're going to keep on planning a little bit more. We may get our canteen planned, do a yard, and maybe accept some inmates until we can get a cell block built. Because they can live in holding cells for now, we may have to do like a quick pop-up kitchen so they can be fed. So we may turn this into a kitchen for now, a temp kitchen that supplies foods to all of these and do like a canteen, or we may build a canteen for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until next time.